you excited to get a starting look at Acuña and Gilbert today?
Yeah.
You've seen him a little bit the last couple of days, but in the lineup.
I am. We were making out the lineup the other day, and having Acuña at second base, and then Gilbert in center. Looking forward to watching him play, especially Acuña up the middle with Lindor today. So yeah, we've seen a little bit of them so far, and they're getting a start today.
Acuña mainly played shortstop. What have you thought of him at second so far?
What do I think about? Looks good, around the base, the footwork, the way he turns double play. Obviously, the range is going to play up at second base, but he's pretty comfortable there, even though he's more like a natural shortstop. But he's looked really good at second base, and I'm excited to watch him play today, right next to Lindor.
What is the biggest adjustment when it comes to switching over to the right side?
It's just more like the angle, different angle off the bat, and the way he's going to approach certain balls, especially that slow roller, that he's going to take him away from the base. And then, the double plays in general, getting familiar with the shortstop, the footwork, and all that. But, this is a guy that's got, plenty of range and good arm and footwork and feel for the game. So it should be an easy transition whenever he's moving from short to second.
You mentioned in the press conference initially that you wanted spring training to get familiar with all the players in the organization. When you map out this spring training and making out lineups, how important, how do you walk that line about a mix of seeing the younger kids and then just seeing what the veterans can do for you and different positional players?
Yeah, this, don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of work, putting together the puzzles and making sure that when you're planning out the, next 4 games or so, making sure that guys are getting their reps where they need to be getting it. Guys that are competing, obviously, for spots that they're getting their reps and their playing time and they're getting their at-bats, and then also giving some of the younger players an opportunity to play with some of the other guys too. In this case, talking about Acuña playing right next to Lindor, it's important. It's important for them to kind of create that connection, not only off the field but on the field, and that's what we're doing now.
Is 4 games about as far into the future as you can plan a spring training lineup?
Well, yeah, kind of give you an idea, There's so many moving parts, and you never know what happens overnight. But at least, especially giving guys a heads up for guys that play multiple positions, where they're going to be playing, in the upcoming games, so that way they can get their work on the backfields prior to the start on different positions.
How much do you want to see Gilbert in different outfield spots in spring?
For now, probably going to keep him in center, but this is a guy that can play in the corners too. But as we speak, we'll probably concentrate in center field with him.
Where do you think he projects best over the longer term?
He can play anywhere.
Yeah.
He's got speed, he's got the arm, and he's a gamer. This is a guy that's going to go get the baseball and he's going to run through walls. So, but special player, special talent, and like I said, he's capable of playing all 3 positions in the outfield.
You have a number of non-roster invitees here that have major league experience. How do you balance getting them enough at bats so you can make a decision whether they're going to make the big club or not?
Yeah, it's important. It's important for them. They're on the, as a non-roster and competing for spots, that they get the fair look. And that's why, putting together that puzzle and making sure that those guys are getting their at-bats and they're playing on the field is important. As much as the established players and the younger guys, like I said, but guys that are competing, they need to get their at-bats in playing regular games, not so much on backfields, but we got to give them a good look here.
We haven't seen McNeil yet out of these 3 games. When do you expect him to get in?
Yeah, this is another guy that you probably see him the first week, I think, of March. I got it, already mapped out with him. It's part of his progression, his build-up, volume, and all that. After going through what he went through in the offseason with some of the things that he was dealing, but he's healthy. He's going through full workout. He's getting plenty of at bats on live EP, running the bases. I think it's just more like building the volume up, and he'll be up there pretty soon.
What's your early impressions of DJ Stewart? I noticed he's leading off today.
The way he impacts the baseball, he controls the strike zone. Had a really good second half last year, and he's gonna get a look here, and he's on that mix too, and it's just the power's real, the way he impacts the baseball, and another bat from the left side of the batter spot.
You building up Krennic, starter. Krennic, correct. You building him up as a starter, or could he be like one of those lengthy guys out of the bullpen?
We're going to build him up as a starter. This is a guy that's coming off Tommy John not too long ago, pitching the big leagues towards the end of last year. But the plan is to build him up as a starter.
What are your impressions of him coming in?
Good. This is a guy that he's got a fastball that rise, breaking ball, and I think the biggest thing is the conviction when he's throwing his pitches. This is a guy that he's been through a lot. Not easy to go through a Tommy John surgery and then, being able to get back to being himself. But so far he's been great, and I'm looking forward to watching pitch.